Hi, this is Dr. Harry Anderson. I'd like to tell you just a little bit about myself. I was born on a diversified farm in northern North Dakota 70 years ago. And early in life, I learned to love animals. We had all kinds of animals, including draft horses, and that's where I really enjoyed, learned to love horses. At about age 7 or 8, I could drive a team of large draft horses, and I loved it, every minute of it. In fact, when I first started driving them, I had to let the harness fall off the wall on my shoulders and then crawl up on the stall on the side, get it out on the top of the horse, and then crawl up on the horse and spread it out on the horse to even get it on. But I learned to do that at an early age because I just loved to do those things. And this interest and love for horses stayed with me through my entire life and career. I went to college at North Dakota State University and worked there while I was going to school at the swine farm, and learned to really enjoy that part of agriculture. When I graduated, I got an opportunity to go to South Dakota State and get my PhD in swine nutrition, actually, which I could have gotten it in equine nutrition, but I'm glad I got it in swine because that covers the more minute items, actually all more than equine. So I've used that in all species as the basis, and I've worked with almost every species there is, except I've done very little with feathers, but that's all right. And I've never really enjoyed feathers that much, other than I was in the chicken business as a child, and I got tired of smelling wet feathers when I had to dress them all and sell them. But that's another story in itself. My first job out of college was at the University of Wyoming. I was an extension animal scientist, and there I had the opportunity to work with some equine problems and situations, even though it wasn't my core interest at the time. I developed some programs, mineral programs that helped some troubled horses. And then after that, I went to work as a feedlot nutritionist, and that took me a long way away from other species for several years. But I kept thinking about what I'd done in Wyoming with the equine problems. And when somebody came to me in the mid-90s and said, can you develop a program of one nutritional package that would feed all equine of all ages and activity levels? I thought for a minute, but only for a minute, and I said, yes, that can be done. And so I sat down one day and put together a formula based on what I'd seen years ago and some of the science I'd seen more recently than that, and some of my experiences with horses along the way. And lo and behold, that formula I put down on paper in 1996 is still the formula I'm using in 2014 for all horses of all ages, all activity levels, and call it luck, call it knowledge, I'm not sure what it is, or call it divine intervention and help. This is a path that has led me to where I'm having probably the most fun of my whole career of the last 40 years, working with the equine field and seeing the things that we can change in horses is so gratifying that we are now experiencing things where we are helping horses recover from problems and injuries to where the medical field has sometimes given up on them, and they put them on a good basic nutritional program. And to this day, the horse still amazes me at how fast and how well they can recover from the most serious things in the world if you give them a good nutritional package. And so that is the most gratifying thing that has come along in my life, to be able to help the equine industry with some of the basic problems that they've been dealing with for years without solutions.